everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharmaine and today we're going over my October book haul that I got yesterday while I was shopping with my mom and Nana. So my mom and Nana and I like to spend Sundays together and we go shopping to thrift stores, and I got most of the books that you see behind me at thrift stores or secondhand. I like to get secondhand books because they're previously loved is how I see it. So at this last one we went yesterday, I got a couple that I'm actually really excited about. So first I'm going to start with the one that I'm most excited about. So I got the second book to the Endgame series here, which I actually have the first one right here. And I recently actually also got that at a thrift store, so I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't read any of them yet, but when I was working with a coworker like 6 years ago, she was telling me about how much she loved them, and I'm pretty excited to get them. Like, obviously, you can tell that I'm a pretty big fan of books. There's quite a few. I change them up sometimes in the videos just so you guys can see what else I've got. I'll have to film that way so that you can see the rest of my shelves on that side and behind the camera so you can see what's going on back there. This entire room is filled with books. It's fantastic. Seriously, fantastic. So I'm pretty excited that I got this. I'm a big fan of having all of the books in a series before I start reading the first one. There's only been ever one time where I haven't had the entire series of the books before I start reading them. I also have like a short memory, so I kind of have to read them all at the same time. That's probably a side effect of having autoimmune disease. Another one that I got is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. There's that there. She is the author of The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, which I recently got as well. It's over on that side of my room somewhere. And I haven't read it yet. And I know that she's writing a couple of other ones. The Cruel Prince. This one here. And The Wicked King. So I have two of those as well. So I've got like a little series by her going on, and I'm pretty excited about that because then I'll be able to read like a whole bunch of her books. Because once I like an author, I kind of go hardcore for them. They're usually in this area here. I like to keep them all together. So this one here says, Hazel and her brother Ben live in Fairfold, where humans and the fairy folk exist side by side. Since they were children, Hazel and Ben have been telling each other stories about the boy in the glass coffin, that he is a prince and they are valiant knights. But as Hazel grows up, she puts aside those stories, and Hazel knows the thorn boy will never wake, until one day he does. So I really like fantasy books, or like vampire books, witches books, like anything kind of supernatural stuff like that. And I mostly read young adult books. That's just my genre right now. I used to be into historical fiction. I was also into like Stephen King and like Anne Rice and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of depends on the year almost when I'm reading. Another one that I got is The Hate That You Give, or The Hate You Give. And this is by Angie Thomas. So I've heard a lot of good things about this. I think there's a movie. I'm not 100% sure. But this book had a 4.6 or 4.7 on the Goodreads thing when I was looking up the books today to see like kind of where they were. So I'm kind of excited to read it. It also is like more true story-ish. Like it's not a fantasy book. And I haven't read a lot of those lately. I used to read them a lot, but like I'm more into the mystery and fantasy kind of stuff. But I am also trying to get into more authors of like, not just Caucasian authors, I guess is how I'm going to say it. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. I have been buying a couple of different authors that are new, that I've never heard of, especially since like the Black Lives Matter movement kind of started. So I've been trying to get more into that kind of thing. So there's that one. And it's a thick book. That's awesome. And it's hardcover, which I actually just started liking hardcover books. Normally I'm in the softcover spot because I kind of like, I know it's terrible, but I like to crack the spine. That's just me. I like the spine cracked. So I just recently got into reading the hardcover books because there's not really a spine to crack there. So I think that'll be a good read. I think I'm gonna try and read that like maybe in November. I'm gonna try and read spooky books for October. Something like more in the theme of Halloweenish kind of thing. And the last two I got are actually like a set. And now I have to try and find the third one, which is always like when you buy books at the thrift store, that's always like a bonus because then you either find like 1 and 3 or 1 and 2, and then you need to find 3 or 2 and 3. So it's almost like a mystery kind of like game or hunt kind of thing to try and find the other two. So this is Haven and Mirage. And this says, Violet doesn't understand why she feels drawn to the Winter Haven school. She just knows that it's the right place for her. When she discovers the school's secret, it all makes sense. Everyone at Winter Haven has psychic gifts. So it's another kind of supernatural story, which I like, actually. Like I said before, those are kind of my favorite genres. So that's really it for my haul. I'm kind of trying to do, like, I'm gonna keep doing the unboxing things, but I'm also gonna do some book reviews and like book hauls, because obviously, as you can tell by like the giant wall of books behind me, like reading and book collecting are kind of like my two favorite hobbies. They don't always go hand in hand though. Sometimes you just collect the book and sometimes you read it. It's two very different things. So I'm kind of gonna try and make some videos going towards book related content. I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing like wine and reviews or something like that. And like, I don't know, I just really like books and I like to talk about them. So this is kind of a good place to do it, I think. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe, all of that good stuff. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching my video and for stopping by, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys. I'm really enjoying this. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!